Hi, and welcome to Lynes on Design. I'm Debbie Lynes. I am here today with Richard King, and we are at Window World, and I have had an education, and we haven't even started. So I mean, it's the truth.
Oh, it's a lot.
Nice to see
Pleasure.
you. I am really excited to be here today. And like I said, we were going to start 20 minutes ago, but I've been learning a lot about Window World, and I feel like because I'm a designer, I'm fairly educated as a consumer and also as a professional. But just in the 30 minutes you and I have been talking, I'm like blown away. So I'm really excited to have you here, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you for coming out.
So if we could do just sort of an overview.
Sure.
Of what Window World really is, what it offers, and what sets you apart.
Okay.
I know enough now to be dangerous.
No, that's fine.
No, that's good.
No, Window World is actually the #1 ranked remodeler in the entire nation.
Okay.
And that's ranked by Remodeler 550, Remodeler 500, Good Housekeeping, J.D. Powers, the list goes on, for well over a decade. Our products are all approved by the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. You know, another thing that sets us apart is the installers that we talked about that we use are all in-house.
Well, that's something that was really impressive to me. I know that one of the things that is frustrating, you can have a great product, but if it's not installed correctly, that's really the name of the game.
Absolutely.
And you said that's really an exciting thing. You are a project manager. You are the project manager
Yes.
for everything around here. So you really run the crews.
Yeah, and again, our crews are so well trained and put together that they kind of run themselves, actually.
Okay.
It makes my job quite easy.
You said you love it.
I do. I really enjoy what I do.
If we could you share with me a little bit about the products that you have? I know they're exponential amounts.
Absolutely.
But let's
No.
talk.
Well, Window World, of course, we do windows, all types, all different sizes, things along that lines. We also do doors,
Okay.
siding, shutters, gutters, sliding glass doors, pretty much everything on the outside of the house that you would need to do a remodel and make your home a lot more energy efficient. We can take care of that for you.
Do you do new build as well as remodeling?
We do. We do new construction. We do remodeling as well.
Okay. And I ask you again, kind of who is your client? And you were like anyone from architects to a client.
Absolutely.
Talk to me, we're in sort of the low country area. Does it need, or are the specs different for like a Hilton Head home? You talked a little bit
Yeah,
about
they are.
Okay.
You know, Hilton Head has very specific things, you know, with the weather patterns and things along that lines. You know, you have to have a hurricane glass or hurricane protection in a lot of the coastal areas.
What does that even mean, Richard?
Well, it means that, you know, really what they're worried about is windborne debris. You know, hurricanes, a lot of things fly around, you know, the wind picks up and,
Yes.
and trees and 2x4s and things fly around. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the home is safe, and if anybody's inside the home, you want to make sure they're safe. It's okay for something to hit the window. It's not okay for something to penetrate the window. Another thing you want to look at is direct pressure ratings. How is that window going to react against straight line winds and water pressures and things along that lines?
Do I need to be knowledgeable when I come in, or can I come to you and say, look, Richard, I'm going to show you what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. Can you advise me? And then can I come in?
Absolutely. Our entire staff is very well trained.
Yeah, how does that work?
Well, the guys come out, we take a look at your geographic location, what you're wanting to do with the home, the different options that you can have that you can do.
All right.
So a great example like Hilton Head, when we come out, you can't just put a regular window in the house. You have to meet certain direct pressure ratings and hurricane ratings for that area.
Okay.
And all that is actually controlled by the local municipalities. But we do a great job working with the code guys out all around, and you know, we make sure that everything is up to code before we even begin, because it's better to do the job right one time than it is to do it wrong 3 times.
I love it. Talk to me about doors.
Okay.
What is exterior doors, interior doors?
Well, we only do the exterior doors. We also do garage doors as well. One thing that set us apart is the quality of the products that we sell, especially with our doors. Fiberglass framing, BTS foam fill. We even use ball bearing hinges on our doors, lifetime Schlage locking system, and we don't use any wood in our doors. You know, a lot of times with the humidity and the weather that we have, you get a lot of rot, so we use composite all the way around, and we fix that problem.
He's like, don't be interrupting me now, because this is really important. But I've got the best question. It's like, I actually listened to what you said.
Sure.
So when you're talking about what sets you apart and what your doors are made of, go through that again, because I think it's really impressive. And I was like, oh, what about this? Ooh,
Okay, no, that's fine. We use a fiberglass slab.
Okay, there you go. I got that one.
BTS foam fill.
That's where I got lost.
Okay, BTS actually stands for better than styrite. Styrite is styrofoam.
Okay.
I don't make this up. That's really what it means.
I love it. Okay.
And then we use a lifetime Schlage locking system.
Which is fantastic.
Absolutely. We put extended striker plates on the jam system, and that's there to help with security. The hinges that we use are ball bearing hinges.
All right.
And then again, the entire system from the mantle to the jamb, the headers and everything is 100% composite. So we eliminate the possibility of wood rot, and then we can back everything up with a full lifetime warranty.
You know what's funny? I think that it can be a little intimidating because this is like a second language.
Almost.
For me, and you know
Right.
it. So,
Yeah.
so I like being able to kind of demystify it because now that makes perfect sense, and I understand the quality that I'm getting. I mean, that's kind of fun. Now, what about styles? What's new and hip in the look?
Oh, there are
sir?
a lot of different styles. It really depends on what you have for a home. Like
Okay.
a ranch home, you want to go with like a full light glass like we have on the other side of the showroom,
Okay.
or a 6-panel like's right here. A lot of the newer homes are actually going, this is called a
I kinda
pulse
like
door.
that.
So this is called a pulse door, and a lot of people are going with these. But it depends, and we have about 150 different door types that we can offer our clients. So it really depends on what the individual wants that's unique to them.
And this might be the most random question in the world, but I'm a certified aging in place specialist, so I'm always concerned about whether it's my 1-year-old
Right.
or my 91-year-old father being able to get in and out of the door.
Sure.
Are you finding that that levers are more popular now? Is that ever something that you even take into consideration?
Well, again, we have 6 different hardware packages that we can add to the door. So
Okay.
we can do everything from a standard knob turn to an Addison lock to a lever lock. And we take all that in consideration, what the customer needs are, if it needs to be disability accessible on the mantle system, things along the threshold, we can arrange all that for you as well.
So what I hear you really say is anything on the exterior is really kind of your bailiwick.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about shutters, because that was kind of interesting.
Well, the shutters,
Gutters, and...
Shutters, gutters, windows, doors, sliding glass doors, the list goes on. Shutters we do are actually decorative shutters. We don't do hurricane shutters.
Okay.
We do have hurricane fabric that we offer, and of course hurricane windows like we have here. So we have some different options there. Most of the shutters we do are vinyl PVC.
All right, okay, okay.
And it's the paint system is really just in there, and they're going to be warranted forever as well. And all that, again, is custom made to the customer specifications.
Why are gutters so important? It's my husband, I grew up with a custom builder, and
Yes,
he's
ma'am.
like, ugh, gutters, flashing, all these things are a must.
No, gutters are huge, and actually a lot of people refer to gutters, but really what we want to look at is water management.
Okay,
And especially here, coastal, we have a lot of sand. Sand gets in the water, it makes it very unstable. So what you want to do, you want to make sure you get that water routed away from the house, and that can be done through a proper guttering system.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think gutter assumes it's a holding trough.
Yeah, no, it's not.
But it's a management system.
It is. It's a water management system, and you want to be able to get that water, put it where you want, and move it away from the slab of the house, and it makes the house last a lot longer. You don't have foundational problems at that point, things along that lines. And then you can also take the gutter, you can make it multiple different colors, and we can put a leaf sensory system on it.
What does that mean?
Well, it's basically like the leaf guard that everybody's
Yes,
familiar with that
yes.
term. It's a similar product. Basically, the leaves and the debris fly off the side of the house, and the water comes back in through centrifugal force and gravity and pulls it back into the guttering system.
Talk to me, if you will, about the actual window world model, if you will, because it's not just a window, here's your choice. You said you've got lots of different options
really do.
that you all make under your brand.
We really do. You can do a standard window, and everything we do, we want it to be multiple things. We want it to look absolutely fabulous for the customer.
Okay.
We want it to be completely energy efficient. We want to help you lower your utility bills because, let's face it, electric bills are never going down, right? And then we want it to be secure. 2019, unfortunately, security is a big issue. So we want to make sure we have our Series 4000 window, which is our starter window, which is a great window. I have them in my home, my sons, my daughters, and a couple of rental properties. We have our Series 6000 window, which is a triple pane, foam-filled frames. And then again, we have our 8000 or 8800 series, which is a hurricane class window. We do the double hungs that go up and down where everything folds in for cleaning. We do sliders where things slide over one another. Bay windows, garden windows, I mean pretty much the entire gamut.
So I come in and I basically have a budget in my mind. Does that help?
Sometimes.
Okay. More importantly then, I have a lifestyle in mind.
That is very important.
Okay, but I do have a budget. So I come to you and basically say, here's what I love, here's sort of my wish list. Can you then handhold us and walk us through the...
Absolutely.
So that I get the biggest bang for my buck.
Absolutely.
In other words, I want to put the most expensive thing, the best quality thing I can afford, where it's going to be needed, and then if there are areas where I could be more cost effective?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, our guys are absolutely fantastic at that. Everything, you know, from the sales team to the install teams, they're absolutely fantastic at giving our clients options to work with so they can figure out what works best for their home and their budget.
I mean, how much fun is this talking today?
Oh, it's absolute
You know
blast.
what? If we do this again, a couple of things I would love to do. I'd love to go on site one day. I think that would be really interesting because I think it's always good to kind of touch and taste and see and experience, demonstrate.
And if it wasn't 100 degrees out today, we'd love to be out on
And
the
I
site.
could hug you for not taking us out today, too. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
My
You're
pleasure.
super articulate.
Thank you so much.
You should be a singer and in a band.
I've been told that before.
There you
Thank
go. Thanks for joining us. Stay
Appreciate
with
it.
us. There's more to come on Lynes on Design.